What's up, everybody? Well, I got another video for you guys today, and today we are going to unbox the Ally X. Now, normally I'd say most people that have the Ally X or the Ally shouldn't upgrade to the Ally X. Me, I just really wanted that battery. Everything else was just cake, but I can't stand not even being able to get an hour out of gameplay unless I neuter it to like 12 to 15 watts. So I went and decided, hey, why don't we go ahead and grab the Ally X? You get the bigger battery, you get better ergonomics, which is another problem I had with the other one. It was a little uncomfortable to hold on to in certain positions and just in general, especially compared to the Steam Deck. That thing is still the most comfortable for me to hold. But in any case, we're just gonna unbox it in this video, maybe compare it real quick, to the Steam Deck OLED and the old school, just regular Ally, and then we'll save all gameplay and all benchmarks and all that for a completely different video. This is just a fun little unboxing, which is honestly kind of pointless because so many other people have already done this before. But I like doing it on my channel too, so I'm going to. Anyway, let's get to unboxing. All right, let's get to box opening. So of course you got to have a halfway decent knife, so we'll use this one. I always thought it looked pretty cool anyway. Ooh, that was almost bad. Luckily they made glass really good back then. Almost broke my antique clock. Anyway though, let's see what we get. Oh, Misty, here's a box. So she's like, let me at it. All right, so that's all you really get in there. Here you go, Misty, have fun. I'll let her play with that. Well, we look at this. So it's black versus the white box, obviously, since the thing is black. You got all your information back here. Another just little Asus logo. And then you just got Ally X on the side. All right, so now with that out of the way, we can get on to actually opening it. It's got like that cellophane on the outside, but we can luckily deal with that pretty easily. So now for the cellophane, that should be pretty easy. This knife's pretty sharp, so I think I can just literally rest it and not even put any actual effort into it. Let's see if it worked. It used to be that sharp. I might have gotten it too dull. I guess I dulled it too much. It used to be able to do that without any effort. Now you actually have to put a little effort. Yep, that put too much effort in. We made a nice line go through the whole thing, but whatever, it's not like I'm a box collector. Yeah, and I'm just gonna put that in my pocket because I don't want Misty to suffocate on it. I'm at least a good cat owner. Alrighty, and now we just gotta get these little tabs here. I think there's one on each side. Here we go, and I think we're about done with the knife now. So let's just put that back in my pocket. That's the one I usually keep on me. So now let's actually open it. I think this would probably be the best way to do it. So when you open it, you do get one of those things to set it on. You can do two of them together or just put one. It's all up to you. They give you two instead of just one long one like they did before. So let's see if I can get that out for you guys. Maybe. Does it come out the other way? It comes out some way. I remember last time I just got pissed off and just broke it open. So I might just do that here. Yeah, fuck you. Here we go. So you've got two of these guys right here, so you can set your thing up. These feel honestly a little cheaper than the other ones, but they're all pretty cheap. But hey, they didn't have to give you any of that at all, to be honest. So anyway, now we got those out of the way. Then you get greeted with this. It tells you how to do everything. So there's that. Let's just get this guy out of the way. Oh, the tab was underneath itself. Well, that's kind of lame. How am I supposed to pull it out if the tab is underneath itself? All right, and then in here we get our wall wart. 65 watt. It can use 100 watt though, but they only give you 65. So if you want it to charge a little faster, you can go ahead and get a 100 watt and it will take advantage of it versus the old one, which would not. What else do we get in here? I'm pretty sure the rest of this stuff is probably like books. Yep. In Search of Incredible, Ally X Gaming Handheld, and then I can't read that. Safety precautions for the battery. And I think that's it. And that's it, and that is it. There's nothing else in there. So now let's take a closer look at the actual device. Now let's get this plasticky stuff off of it. Let's see if we can. Where does it come? I figured you just pulled it right there. Is it these? Must be these. Yep. You get those started, and then you can probably pull it right off, maybe. Get off of there, you. Here we go. Now can I do this part? Yes. And that can come out, and then I think it'll just basically slide out. No? Oh, I see. I don't think I did this right when I unboxed the other one. I think I just ended up sliding it out. Now we don't want to rip our triggers apart. So there it is in all of its glory. I'm just going to toss this in the trash so the kitty doesn't get to it. So there it is. I already got fingerprints on the screen, but those feel quite a bit nicer and have more rubberness to them. So have more grip, I guess I should say. Ooh, nice. This kind of reminds me of a Sega Genesis controller, and I think the Saturn was similar too. But I like it better than the other one. I don't know if I like it more than the Steam Deck. I'll have to use it. Then you got your buttons here. They feel pretty similar. They might be a little bit more tactile. All right, so now we've got our top, in which we've got our power switch, our SD card, we got a headphone jack, some cooling. We do not have the XG Mobile. I think the XG Mobile used to be, well, no, I think that was similar over here. But you've got two USB 4 ports, so you can charge at the same time as putting it out to a monitor or something, or you can hook up an external GPU now, anyone you want, not just theirs. But there's no way to use their old one either anymore, so you're pretty much forced to just abandon it. Then you got your triggers, which are pretty clicky. These feel pretty nice. And then if we go to the very back, you got tiny little guys now, but I almost never use those anyway, so that's whatever. And then do we have anything on the bottom? No, it just tells you information about it. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So now why don't we really quickly just compare it to the other handhelds real quick. And then we'll boot it up and whatnot at least. All right, here's all of the handhelds. You got your original Ally obviously right here, the new Ally X right here, and then you have the Steam Deck OLED on top here. Since it's the biggest, I just kind of put them in size. This is not a which one I think is the best or anything like that before anybody tries to call that shit out and say, oh, you got the Steam Deck up top, huh? Steam Deck fanboy. Nope, I'm just a fanboy of tech. That has issues, and I'm sure this will have issues, but probably the least issues of the bunch. And it'll probably be the one I use the most often now, but we'll see. But in any case, let's compare it real quick to the original, just so you guys can kind of see. It's definitely a little thicker, that's for sure. The top triggers are slightly different. The bottom triggers are definitely a lot longer, so you got more, so you can actually reach a lot easier. If we put them on their backs like this, you can tell, actually yeah, I think you have to angle them. You can tell the new one has way more grip, and as you can tell, the old one has much bigger back buttons. These ones are kind of tiny. But then if we just compare the fronts, they're pretty damn similar, almost identical really. You just got a different D-pad. And other than that, they look about the same. Well, no, the little nubs here are definitely different looking than these guys. All right, now let's just quickly compare it to the Steam Deck. Obviously the Steam Deck's a lot chunkier, has a bigger screen, but a lower resolution screen, but it's OLED. But then it doesn't have variable refresh rate. So like I said, there is no perfect thing here. And this one's gonna be completely, mostly, I mean, there's obviously objective facts, but a lot of the stuff about feel and whatnot is gonna be just my opinion. And I haven't used this yet, so I'm gonna, you know, not make judgments like that yet. But you got your trackpads on this one versus no trackpads. Let's see, the top here is similar. You got like your charge port, your power port, volume up, and you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. This guy's got 4 buttons on the back, but it is limited because it's SteamOS, so it makes it kind of a pain in the butt to do anything on versus just having Windows, but sometimes Windows makes things a pain in the butt too. But anyway, I'll do a much better comparison just when we do a straight up comparison video between them all. But for now, why don't we go and get this guy turned on for the first time. All right, let's do ourselves a first boot, if I can find the button. Where's the button? Button, who's got the button? It's a little more recessed on this one. Does it not have any charge at all? Uh-oh. Okie dokie. Well, let's just grab ourselves the wall thingy real quick, and we can solve this easy peasy. I'm just gonna bring over my, whatchamacallit, extension cord. We'll plug it in real quick. There we go. Maybe it'll just turn on by itself. There we go. Yeah, it was probably just dead from the factory or something, or maybe it just has to be plugged in first, you know? I don't know for sure, but we got it. That's why I'm glad they give you a pretty long cord. That's gotta be, it's longer than I am tall. That's gotta be like an 8-foot cord or something like that. Because it looks longer than 6 foot. I mean, I'm a little shorter than 6 foot. I think I'm like 5'8" or something like that. But, let's see. They always take a little time to turn on for the first time, so I'm not expecting it to be a speed demon. And it's still just a handheld at heart. It's not like it's like the fastest thing known to man. Although it's not like the freaking CPU they use is a slouch either. Oh, there we go. It's doing something. Apparently it restarted again. Probably just doing its Windows setup or something, I hope. It better not just start boot looping. Alright, well that's different. It didn't do that last time. Alright, just a moment. It's got to set stuff up. Well, anyway, while it's doing that, we'll just shut the camera off for a quick sec. Well, alright, here we are in Windows after a little while. We got our command center. Let's see. Let's check out that Armory crate. Well, it's got an interesting little animation. I don't think that's like that on my other Ally. Although I'm sure it'll get this eventually. It's probably just for this one right now. Armory crate apps. Alright, well, might as well update. But obviously, I'll just do that off camera. Alright, here we are in Armory. Or, what do you call it? Armory crate. Sorts of stuff in here. We'll go over this a lot more in the actual video. Already, just using this thing to move around, this is a really nice, at least compared to the other Ally D-pad. You can add more stuff here if you'd like. Oh, nice. You can just also flip through stuff with these guys. Oh, some kind of something there. I don't want to play any videos right now. Then you got your service, and you've got where your games would add. So if I had games installed, they'd all show up right here. So pretty badass. I'm sure it's got some updates. So, in any case though, from the little bit that I've used this thing, it seems pretty great. It feels great in the hand compared to the old one. This thing actually feels comfortable now. Not as comfortable as a Steam Deck, but I could actually see myself using this for long periods of time now, versus the other one. The other one hurts my hands after a little while, and I could never find myself getting a nice position where it felt like I wasn't going to drop the damn thing when I'd like play in bed and stuff. But anyway, I'd say it's about time for us to go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that does it for this little unboxing video. It probably wasn't the best, but at the same time, probably far from the worst. And I still just enjoy making videos for you guys. But we will definitely go into a more in-depth in like versus the Steam Deck and the old version of itself and all that stuff in other videos. And actually get some gameplay in the next video too. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.